Hey guys, we are back, and tonight we are going to be going over and play testing Victoria Hand. She released today. She is the first release of the Thunderbolts. We're going to be going into raid. I already bought her bundle, and you know me, I like to stay transparent with you guys. So her total bundle to get 7 red and all of her shards was $305. She was a little bit cheaper than typical. Usually it's $330 to $350, so she was about $25 to $45 less expensive than recent characters. So I'll take that. That's very good. We took her up to 105. I did all that stuff ahead of time, so you guys didn't have to sit through it. I'm learning. I'm a slow learner, but I'm getting there. Now, we're using Striker on her ISO. There's a case to be made to use Healer on her ISO. When we get into raids, we'll check out her kit like we usually do, and we'll kind of go over the different options on ISO, why it would make sense, when it would make sense, and I'll kind of give you my opinion on that, and then you guys can take that info and use it however you see fit. Like always, we're going to start at 3 red. We're going to jump in there. We're going to see how well she does, and we'll progress her through the stars and kind of see how she changes. Now, we did bring up Ghost and Taskmaster to level 19, 105. So we've got both of them at 3 diamonds, and we're going to jump in there and see how it goes. So let's get over there and start play testing. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Hope you guys are excited about this weekend. Crucible starts tomorrow, which I'm super excited about. So be on the lookout for those videos this weekend. And then I'm also, most likely it's going to be on Sunday. I'm also going to be releasing a video going over the MarvelStrikeForce.com store. So be on the lookout for that. I don't know if it'll be Sunday, but it will certainly be over the course of the next 2 or 3 days before weekend's out. So I want to give you guys some looks into that so that you guys can make the best buying decisions possible if you guys are playing with a budget. So, all right, so let's jump in here. I went ahead and brought myself up to the bio nodes earlier. I will be bringing her up to gear 20 as soon as we have the leaderboard event for the bio gear. I do not have enough bio gear to bring up any tunes right now, so when that event comes, then I will be bringing the Thunderbolt squad up as well. So we'll get that gear on there whenever we get through that leaderboard. So let's jump in here to the bio node. We're going to start with difficulty 5 and see how it goes. And we are going to be taking in, let's see. We're going to be taking in Super Scroll, Ghost, Taskmaster, and of course, Victoria Hand. So we're going to be taking in these 3. And we'll go over their kits a little bit when we get in here. And I'll kind of give you some updates on that. So we're going to go ahead and use Super Scroll Miss Marvel Classic for a taunt. And then we'll jump in here and see how this goes. Up to this point, I have not been able to get through level 5 on the bio section without multiple refreshes. So I'm looking forward to this team getting released so that we can get back to a first attempt clear on the bio section. All right. So Shadow King's doing his special. All right. Let's go ahead and get over here with Super Scroll. All right, so because we haven't done it yet, we're going to kind of touch on Taskmaster and Ghost's kit during this first round, just to kind of give you guys a refresher of what we're looking at there. So on his Ultimate, he's going to attack all enemies for 240, apply bleed for 2 turns. He's going to apply blind and heal block to the primary target and 2 additional random enemies. He's going to bonus attack all enemies that have bleed for 200% piercing. And if he has 3 or more non-summon underworld or 4 Thunderbolt allies, he's going to gain 500% extra focus. His attack is unavoidable. Of course, we don't have the whole squad right now, so that last part's not going to matter. But he is still going to do some pretty extreme damage. All right, let's go ahead and get her taunt up. See if we can keep Victoria hand safe. All right, so let's jump in here real quick and check out her kit. So her ultimate. She's going to attack primary and adjacent targets for 350% piercing, apply trauma, ability block, and heal block. She's going to generate, this is huge, she's going to generate 1 ability energy for herself and all Thunderbolt and Shield allies. I don't know why Shield's even on there, but it is what it is. She's going to clear all negative effects on self and Thunderbolt allies and clear 2 negative effects on all other allies. She's going to heal herself and Thunderbolt allies for 25% of her max health. Everyone else on the squad she'll heal for 10%. Now, in Rage, she's going to gain 2 charged up to a maximum of 5. Obviously, we're not going to be too concerned about that because you'll see she's going to consistently gain charges. And her attack is going to gain 150% extra focus, and it's unavoidable. Now, real quick, this right here is why I have her as a striker, okay? Her passive. She's going to bury herself and all Thunderbolt allies for 30%. She's going to gain 2 charged up to a maximum of 5. In Rage, she's going to gain 5 charged on spawn. On turn, she's going to gain 1 charge up to a maximum of 5 while charged. When an enemy attacks this character or a Thunderbolt ally, she's going to generate 1 ability energy for 2 random Thunderbolt allies or self that were not at full ability energy. The first time this character or any Thunderbolt ally gains stun, clears stun for herself. When this character or a Thunderbolt ally drops below 75, 50, 25%, if this character has charged. If she has 4 or more Thunderbolt allies, she's going to reduce the duration of heal block by 2, and she's going to heal that character for 25% of max health. All right, so let's go ahead and use her ultimate. All right, of course, we're ability blocked on Ghost. Okay. Now, I was talking earlier about her ISO. Sometimes there's an opportunity for health. When she's at low star levels, and if you are free to play, and you'll be bringing her and the other 2 Thunderbolts that are releasing at lower star levels, like 3 or 4, having her health while your tunes are at a lower star level, her healer will help keep the rest of the team alive. Now, I'm going to be bringing her up to 7 red, so it's not going to be that big of a deal for me. However, if I wasn't and I was going to be keeping her at the lower star levels, then I would keep healer on here until I got her up. Because you're going to need that sustainability. All right, so we're going to jump back over here and bring her up to 5. All right. Let's rank her up to 5 red. Okay. All right. Now let's jump back in there. All right. And now we obviously won't be doing quite as much talking, so we'll get to progress through the battle a little bit. Let's go ahead and heal everybody up. All right. All right, let's jump back in. Okay, so let's go ahead and use his ultimate starting out. All right. All right, Taskmaster, his special, attack primary target for 290% damage, apply stun. This action gains 300% extra focus and a rebound chain to 3 adjacent targets for 240% damage, plus apply offense down. Counterattacks break the chain. If this character has 3 or more Thunderbolt allies, this attack cannot be counterattacked, which obviously we do not have that. We only have 2 allies. We're going to go ahead and use his ultimate. He does crazy damage. All right, let's go ahead and get over here with her special. All right, so her special, attack primary and adjacent targets for 550% piercing, apply 2 vulnerable. Apply 2 regeneration to self and all allies, gain +2 charged up to a maximum of 5. She's constantly gaining charged. Now, on her basic, attack primary target for 300% piercing, apply 2 bleed. Gain 1 charged up to a maximum of 5, and call a random controller ally to attack primary. Alright, now Ghost's ultimate. Attack all enemies for 290% damage, plus prolong all negative effects by 1 on each target. Steal 10% health from all enemies and redistribute it to all Thunderbolt allies. This bypasses heal block. This attack is unavoidable and cannot be blocked, and it ignores death proof. Any passives that trigger when a character drops below a certain health are also ignored. Alright, so let's use this. Yeah. She's a beast too. You definitely want to be getting Taskmaster and Ghost. Get diamonds on them as soon as you can because they hit like trucks. Sasquatch is irritating. All right. All right, stunned Black Knight, perfect. She just generates so much ability energy for the team. Let's use her special this time. All right, let's go over here with her special. Looks like we're finally going to get rid of Sasquatch. Sometime. Okay. There goes more ability energy because other Thunderbolts are being attacked. Yeah, it's ridiculous. She generates energy like crazy. Alright, let's go ahead and use his ultimate again. Very good. Let's go ahead and use her basic. Yeah, this is making a huge difference. So we're going to go into the next node with her at 5 red and see if I can beat it for the first time on first attack. All right. She's very similar to Hit Monkey for the Thunderbolts, just constantly generating ability energy. All right, let's jump in here and try this out. Yeah, so I don't know that her star level is that huge of a deal. It's really just she needs to be big enough to be have sustainability. Because you're going to get tons of damage from Taskmaster and Ghost. You've just got to be able to keep her alive. But she is constantly healing too. Okay. That's good. The ability block went on her and she cleared it already. Okay. There goes the energy again. Okay. All right. Let's get in here with Super Scroll. Get this rolling. Rewind them a little bit. All right. Let's go in here with Taskmaster Special. Okay. Her special is going to generate more ability energy. Apply trauma, ability block, and heal block. Yep. We should be good. All right, and now we've got ghosts. Let's watch this damage in slow-mo. Man. Yeah, she hits like a truck. Okay. She is generating ability energy like crazy. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and use his ultimate now. Okay, let's go ahead and use her ultimate. There goes Red Hulk and Rogue. All right. This is going way better than it typically goes for me, for sure. Okay. Perfect. Now, I don't know if we're going to end up clearing this before the time runs out, but this is going way better than typical. For sure. That, of course, isn't great. But I think that getting her up to 7 red could make the difference as far as getting through this, but I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be able to cleanly get through this until we get the rest of the team, but we just don't have enough speed. And we're going to get the speed for the team from Hyperion, so until we get him on the team, we're getting plenty of ability energy for sure. We're getting tons of that, but we're just not getting enough speed, which Hyperion is going to give the team. So we'll just have to wait and see how that affects. If he gets released next, that's going to make a big difference for sure. But I think they're going to do okay. They're obviously going to be awesome in raids. I don't have any clue how they're going to do in war. We'll just have to wait and see when we get the full squad. And another thing that I'll probably be testing is how they're going to work in Professor X. It may be something that they can swap out with some of the other tunes that are currently being used for Professor X, but we'll have to wait until we get them. And we'll definitely go in there and check that out and see if that might be a better option for you guys. But that'll probably be, I'm going to say, probably 2 or 3 weeks before we get the rest of the team. So once we get there, then we'll certainly go in and try that out. But that's all I've got for tonight. Don't forget, guys, tomorrow night we are going to be doing Crucible again. And, of course, we'll be doing it all through the weekend. And you guys got to see it here first. We got destroyed in war. Now, with that, I don't have anything else tonight, guys. I hope you get some value out of this. Obviously, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Stay positive and enjoy the game, guys. Have an awesome evening.